Hello, and welcome to another episode of KCBP FM Radio Theater and the Tales from the Pennybloods, The Haunted Cow. Our latest show is based on an 1837 story in Bentley's Miscellany by Edward Howard entitled Who Milked My Cow, or The Marine Ghost. It features Carl Bengtsson, Summer Braley, Riverhawk, Felina Van Leeuwen, Dean Medic, Tim Shaw, and Julia Warren. Additional voices by Steve Van Leeuwen. Featuring original music composed and performed by Riverhawk. Written and directed by Arnold Anthony Schmidt and edited by Raymond Mankey. Special thanks to James Costello, General Manager of Modesto's KCBP FM.
Our latest story has brought you face to face with cantankerous pirates and otherworldly spirits, not to a treasure and mysterious island. But what about that ghost, and who's been haunting the captain's beloved cow?
Lambert returns to his cabin and tries to relax, but the evening has been quite provoking. First, there's the demonic haunting of his dear cow Abigail. Then there's the spectral visitation by his ghostly messmate, Red McAllister. What can the spirit want? If only he knew. But as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, you might get it. Captain Lambert is soon to find out, for once again, eerie music and ghostly sounds fill the salty air.
Lambert, is that you?
Who goes there?
How could you do this to me, Lambert, leaving me all alone to drown?
There it is again. Who goes there?
Then he sees it, floating mysteriously in mid-air, the otherworldly figure of his drowned shipmate, a red bandana tied around his neck.
What's this?
It's me, you lubber, your old shipmate Red McAllister, him as you left to drown.
I never meant you no harm.
No harm? You killed me, you did. No harm my eye.
I did my best to reach you, Red. I threw you the rope, but you couldn't hold it.
No, you failed me, lad, and under I went, down to Davy Jones's locker.
As Evan is my witness, I did my best to save you, Red.
That's as may be, but I'm still dead as a mackerel. You're coming with me, you are.
No, Red! Please, no! I'm still a young man.
As was I. And now neither of us will live to see our old age.
Is there nothing I can do to save myself?
Confess your guilt. End your wicked ways.
And if I do, will you hold off haunting my cow? Leave poor Abigail alone. I'll do what you ask, I promise I will.
You must think of others.
Aye, you said that before, Red. But I don't know what you mean.
Don't be stubborn, Lambert. You must think of others. Share your wealth. Share your treasure.
Share my treasure? But I can't. It's all I've got.
It's the only chance you have. Share your treasure with your old shipmates, or share eternity with me walking among the specters of the dead.
You don't understand. My treasure is not what you think.
But the ghastly figure of the dead seaman has disappeared.
Red! Come back! Don't take me among the dead!
A short while later finds Peterson and Mary in their cabin. They've had a long night, and there's a good reason they're not going to sleep, the sleep of the just. It's because they're not just.
So, what do you think about tonight's ghostly visitor?
It's devious, low down, and downright evil.
I know. What's not to like?
At the same time, though, after what happened back then, using Red's ghost this way makes me uncomfortable, like we're tempting fate or something.
Oh, relax. You've got a guilty conscience is all.
My conscience is clear. It's yours I'm worried about.
As for haunting the cow, it's lucky I've got an eye for odd souvenirs.
I'll say.
Picked up that old stuffed shark in Bombay. Just a pinch of phosphorus to give the eyes a glow.
This wheezy old squeeze box sounds horrible. Works like a charm.
I'll say.
And it surely was a stroke of luck that I was wandering round on deck when I overheard Captain Lambert moaning in his sleep the other night.
Peterson holds up a length of rope, dangling a stuffed shirt and pants, made up to look like a sailor wearing a red bandana. In the half-light, who does it resemble but Red McAllister?
Those nightmares of Captain Lambert's hold the key to his mind.
The key we can use to open his treasure chest. Treasure he stole from us.
Oh, I don't think it's entirely fair to blame him.
Not blame him? Why not?
After all, everyone who boarded the Royal Madrid got a share of the gold.
True, everybody got his share. But in the end, we ended up with nothing.
Aye, but whose fault is that?
The Spanish Main, pirates plunder relentlessly and earn the name they've borne since the days of the Roman Empire, the enemies of all nations. The Meteor has captured a Spanish merchant ship, the Royal Madrid. After boarding the vessel, the buccaneers begin raiding the ship's stores. They find two things that pirates love: gold and rum.
My, what have we here?
That looks like enough liquor to float a galley.
Certainly enough to rise our spirits and celebrate our victory, that's for certain.
Surely you fools aren't going to start drinking before we got the treasure safely on board the ship?
Oh, don't be a bother. A little rum won't hurt.
She's right, though. Don't you think we'd better do that back on the Meteor?
We must divide up the gold.
Now?
It won't take long.
Aye, let's divvy up the gold.
I want to set my eyes on all those Spanish doubloons, those lovely pieces of eight.
And will each of us have a wee drink of rum?
Let's not get too happy. There's no telling what might happen.
Divvy it up now, I say. Now.
Oh, all right, as you wish.
I'll wait on deck and keep an eye on our prisoners. And you,
Aye?
make sure you take care to get my share.
Don't you worry a bit about that.
The pirates settle down around the table. They pour out the coins and begin counting them. After putting aside gold for the rest of the crew, the pirates divide their shares of the treasure into 4 piles, placing the coins carefully into leather purses.
And how about more rum?
Yes, rum all around.
With gold clinking in their purses, the pirates take a last swig of rum, then all climb back on deck. As they survey the scene, though, anxiety rises in their chests.
What? Have you been drinking all this time?
Dividing up the gold. I've got your share here.
Look what a storm's brewing. We'd better make haste. The other boats have already returned to the Meteor.
Gold. Look at all this gold.
And take good care of that. In a sea like this, anything can happen.
Aye, the boat's ready. Let's launch her.
The pirates begin their return to the Meteor, but although the ship lies not far off, the heavy seas slow their progress. Mary helps Lambert and Red work the sail, while Peterson works the tiller. Peterson's job is essential. Turning the boat sideways to the waves will swamp it, a move that would spell disaster. This is no easy task in the blowing wind and heavy seas. Their longboat rises and falls, now plunging into the water, now riding a wave and rising high above it.
Hold that line fast!
Got it, Captain!
Unfortunately, although sensible of the storm's danger, the lure of gold proves too great a temptation for Peterson. Instead of fixing his eyes constantly on the waves ahead, he stares into the pouch of gold he carries.
Peterson, watch that tiller!
I'm watching.
That's true, of course, but he's watching the gold, not the tiller. Suddenly, tragedy strikes. Peterson's inattention allows the waters to burst over the boat as it hits the waves sideways.
The tiller! The tiller!
Watch it, you fool! The waves!
Mary and Lambert struggle with the sail as Red moves to help Peterson with the tiller. As Red stands, though, the waves batter the boat and he loses his balance.
Oh no! I'm done for!
Man overboard!
Grab him! Grab him!
But the storm proves too powerful. The raging waters drag Red away from the boat, leading him to destruction. Mary helps Lambert as he leans out of the boat, throwing a rope towards Red.
Catch this!
Red! Grab hold!
I've got it!
The drowning man seizes the rope, but his grip is too weak to hold fast. For a minute, Red holds on, but the heavy seas knock the boat away. Lambert watches helplessly as Red sinks beneath the waves.
I can't make it.
Red!
But that's not all. In the commotion, another accident occurs. With the boat partly full of water and rocking wildly, Peterson also loses his balance and tumbles, almost falling overboard himself.
Hold fast there!
As Peterson reaches to steady himself, he accidentally loses hold of his purse of gold.
Oh!
Mary grabs her lover and saves his life, preventing him from falling overboard. But just in time for them both to see their pouch of gold slip from his hands and disappear into the inky darkness of the ocean.
No, the gold!
Aye, our gold is gone. But like I said, whose fault is that?
Now, Mary, you can't believe that
I believe what I saw with me own eyes. If you hadn't been admiring our doubloons instead of watching the tiller, those golden beauties would be here in our hands right now, instead of at the bottom of Davy Jones' locker.
But it was an accident.
No accident. Negligence. And truth be told, had you been paying attention and doing your job, Red McAllister wouldn't have fallen overboard.
The sea's a dangerous place, all right. But what's done is done.
I know. I'm just saying. That's why I'm afeard of you using Red's ghost to get the captain's gold. It feels like bad luck.
How can anything that brings us gold be bad luck?
I don't know. Like I said, it just doesn't feel right.
Oh, hush your worrying. I'm going on deck to get some air.
And stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of The Haunted Cow.
And if you enjoy our shows, please visit our website, talesfromthepennybloods.org, and subscribe.